He's called out the president. He's called out his teammates. He's calling out the world. That's Kobe Bryant as we head into this Olympic Games. How he plays in the for the U.S. team will be of great interest, but also perhaps even of greater interest is how he's responding and how he's talking about his life and the game of basketball. Scott Cacciola is covering the sport from the London Olympics as they begin today, Friday. Scott, are you there on the line? I think we got you by the telephone.
I am, Dennis. How you doing?
I really loved your story. You can read it on WSJ.com. I gotta love candid Kobe Bryant. He's such a bright person. It's kind of nice to see his personality shine through. What's going on with Kobe right now?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, I think he's one of 5 holdovers from the U.S. team that won gold in Beijing in 2008, and he's now the oldest guy. He's the only guy in his 30s. He's 33, which is, you know, old by basketball standards, right? And I think I talked to Reggie Miller about this, and Reggie Miller knows Kobe well. They had the same age, and when they were when Kobe first entered the league 16 years ago. And Reggie said it's just sort of a natural metamorphosis for a superstar to kind of accept who he is, you know, at this stage of his career. He has nothing left to prove. He's won 5 titles in the NBA. He's got a gold medal already. And it's interesting because he's kind of just saying whatever he wants, and it's not really him being cranky. He's just being honest, which is refreshing. You know, we kill athletes for being honest, and it's refreshing. I mean, he's saying, you know, he thinks this team would beat the dream team, the iconic 1992 team that won gold for the U.S. and he's kind of making smart comments to the president, and he's making fun of teammates.
Hey Scott, let's talk about the president. How is he dissing on, for lack of a better term, Mr. Obama?
Well, I don't know if he was dissing him. I think when the U.S. had an exhibition in D.C. last week, they played Brazil, and President Obama was there with the First Lady. And they showed the president and Michelle Obama on the kiss cam, and they kind of demurred the first time they were shown, and then they kind of reluctantly kissed when they were shown a second time. And after the game, Kobe said, and I quote, "PDA is not for everybody, but he makes the important decisions, so it's all good."
Right. Well, it's a pretty fun moment.
Funny. I mean, I mean, not everybody would feel comfortable making that sort of comment about the president, but you know, obviously Kobe Bryant lives in a different world, and he's in his own sort of celebrity sphere.
All right, of course, the '92 Scott, the '92 team was in some ways defined by Charles Barkley, who was very candid and very truthful.
Right.
Is Kobe turned into that Charles Barkley role? It certainly seems like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's interesting that through the team had 5 exhibition games leading into London. And he had a very quiet role as far as sort of on-court production. He definitely ceded the spotlight to Kevin Durant and LeBron James. Kobe averaged, I think, 8 points a game. Was very content sort of setting up teammates. You know, he played very much like a guy who is comfortable with his role. It doesn't need to prove anything. But he's sort of making his mark away from the court. He's the vocal leader. Those 2 guys might be the most dominant players on the team now. But Bryant is the most dominant personality, and I think a team needs a guy like that. One of the other sort of insight that Reggie Miller had was he anticipates LeBron James is very sort of buttoned up. He's like the way Kobe was 4 or 8 years ago.
All right. Well, it's interesting to see the generations turn. Grandpa Kobe, as you call him. We'll see if Kobe can put his money where his mouth is.